Hello, Sharuji.
Usha ji.
Sharuji, I have a request, and it is there or since couple of days, since my mind. I thought I would ask you. Probably, I don't know if I missed this. One particular day you were mentioning about cutting the cords, and
Hmm.
it was irrelevant. I mean, definitely it is not related to the topic of today. But I just was, yeah, not curious, but I would like to know how we can do it, or if you already have done a session, something like that.
Usha ji, I'm going to take a session once these virtues finish because
Mm-hmm.
there are another two more virtues that are
Mm-hmm.
left. So once I finish with that, then I'm going to take a session on how to cut the cords properly. So it is going to be there. It is in the pipeline right now.
Okay, super. Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
as always. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so
Gratitude to
much,
you.
Usha ji. Thank you. Yes. So anybody else wants to say, speak, share something, anything before we go into meditation? Okay. Yes, Madhavi. Hi, Madhavi. Yes.
Hi,
How are you?
Sharu.
Yes.
How
How
are
are
you?
you?
I love you. I want to say
I
that
love you
actually.
too. I love you so much. Everybody loves you so much here. So it's really good to see you here. Good to see your smiling, vibrant face, which gives me a lot of joy. So thank you so much
It's
for
the
coming
same with
here.
me too. I mean, your sessions are so good actually.
Thank
I
you.
have some or other, like, my work and it is going on pushing. And so a lot of UAT testing going on and then issues. And I'm in a vicious circle, with everything working. But I'm good to see you. I'm back. I
Thank you
just want
so
to
much.
say, I love
Thank
you.
you. I'm
I
so,
want to
so.
attend your
Me too. Me too. Me
attend
too.
your session. Yeah.
I love you too. Thank you so much. So, when we are doing the session, we are going to be joyfully doing the session. We are not doing the session or we are not doing the meditation just because we have to do. So, today it's the session on being joyful, how to be in a joyful state of being. So, we are going to be joyfully meditating without having any other emotion attached to that. So let's begin the meditation. I'm going to switch on a music. It's a beautiful one. So be with the music and try to be in a joyful state of being and mind. Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm just going to put on the music. Till that time, you can sit in a comfortable position. Okay, Madhavaru, you have to give me the permission to share the screen. Thank you. I hope it's audible. So if somebody can write it in the chat whether it's audible. Thank you so much, Ritaji. Thank you, Amita. So be with your breath for some time and we'll be back. Thank you so much. slowly and gently, just start your journey back to your physical life, to your physical awareness. And whenever you are ready, whenever you want, you can open your eyes with a gentle smile on your face. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a joyful meditation today. Although it was a short one, because this session of today is going to be a little interactive, and since we don't have much time, so I just thought that I will just cut down the meditation for a little while, and then probably after the session you can resume again with the meditation if you want to. So I welcome you all. I hope you're all here with me, and you're here to explore the joyfulness of life. And I'm really very happy and really in a very joyful state of mind today because you all are here with me. So let's start with this beautiful session today with the angels and how to be joyful. So I think this is my experience, and these are something which I am sharing. My experiences, my perspective. You are absolutely free to talk about your perspectives about the joyfulness. So what I have believed, actually, friends, is that we always use the word being happy. We always use the word happiness. We always use the word that I want happiness. I want to be in a happy state. I want to be happy. I want my children to be happy. But nobody wants to be joyful. How many times do we have, or how many times have you considered, considering this particular word and using this word in your life? Ironically, when we are in a joyful state of mind, when we are in a joyful state of being, the happiness follows. So if we are joyous, happiness, it just opens the door to the happiness. So it gives us abundance, it gives us happiness if we are joyful. So today I'm going to tell you very simple things that has made me joyful, or that has helped me find my joy. And I'm sure you might all be having your way of exploring the joy in your life. So, friends, what I in a joyful state of being is concerned, there are certain things that I'm going to share with you. They are little things, but they are very beautiful, which I'm really excited to share. So the first thing that I do at night, which if possible, if it is possible for you also to do, is when I go off, before going off to sleep, there are certain rituals that I do. So one is a gratitude ritual. Then I converse with the angels, and then I meditate. And after that, the fourth thing is I ask myself, the Sharoo, are you more joyful today than yesterday? This is the question that I ask myself. And when I ask this question to myself, I get an answer that yes, I am joyful, or no, I am not joyful. So in case if I get an answer that no, I am not joyful, that means there is some inner work that is required. That means there is some aspect of my life that needs attention. So one question after another, it will lead to actually the thing that is stopping from us being in a joyful state. And friends, what I do is that I keep aside everything that is not me before I go off to bed. Now, what is that that is not me? So I ask myself again the question that, Sharoo, is your husband you? Sharoo, is your children you? Is your home you? Or is your kitchen you? Is your anything for that matter, is that you? So what happened was, initially when I started this practice, I was not able to get the answer. But when I started getting the answer, I realized that all these things that I am thinking about here before going off to bed is not me. I'm not thinking about myself. Who is Sharoo? What does she want? Is she joyful? Is she happy? What does she want? So what happened was, when I did that, so I used to keep that junk, that mental junk out of my mind. I used to keep it aside. When I started keeping that aside, what happened was, eventually I started understanding who Sharoo was. I started understanding that what Sharoo needs. I started understanding that yes, this is Sharoo and this is what Sharoo wants and requires. So after some time, when we start practicing these practices, when we make these a habit, what will happen is that you will be able to keep successfully what you are and throw off everything that's not yours, that is not what you are. You'll be able to identify yourself. You'll be able to see the truth behind Sharoo. You'll be able to see that truth, which actually doesn't happen ever. We are not able to see the truth behind our own selves. Now, another thing that I do is, which is a very beautiful thing. If you also start doing that, you will also feel that it is very beautiful. For at least 5 minutes, not every day I do that, but whenever I get the time, for at least for 5 minutes, what I do is that I try to be something. I try to be with something that does not mean anything to me. That means where I do not have any kind of an emotional attachment. So I try to be with that thing. So that thing can be anything. It can be a tree, it can be a small pebble, it can be a small plant, it can be anything for that matter. So what happens at that time? If you start doing it, what happens at that time? So I realized that even though I did not have any kind of a connection, because it was not mine, per se, but when I started sitting with that thing, because I started sitting with one pebble. So when I started sitting with that pebble, what happened was, after some time, I realized that I started feeling for that. I started feeling that this is me. I started feeling that, whatever emotions I used to feel for my family, for my kids, for my spouse, or whatever feelings I had, I started, having the same feeling with that pebble, because I started realizing that love is not, that love is not something that you do. Love is something that you are. When I started doing that, I felt so joyful from inside. Trust me, it was such a joyful experience for me. It gave me so much of joy. And nowadays, because you might have seen that plant, the photograph of plant that I posted. It's a beautiful jade plant, and it's really beautiful. It's giving me so much of learnings nowadays. So when I started sitting with that plant, I felt so much of oneness in that plant. I just felt that, oh my God, isn't this Sharoo? Because when I started understanding that broken branch of that plant, I started feeling that this is me. The way I am broken, this branch is also broken. It's a little branch. It is broken, but still it's growing and evolving. Similarly, this is Sharoo. Sharoo is broken from inside. But Sharoo is again whole from inside again, and she's evolving, she's growing. She's not, she's maybe away from everything, maybe away from all the help or whatever, but she's still taking the help from the nature and the universe. Just the way the branch is doing and evolving and growing, even if it is not with the soil right now, it is not with the earth, Mother Earth right now, but still she is growing in her own way. That branch is growing in her own ways. So that was something, that was such a profound learning that I had, that, Sharoo, this is you. And that branch is you, and you are this branch. And that gave me, I mean, it was like amazing experience that I had with that plant. And I was like, oh my God, angels, you have made me understand such a profound lesson of my life, that I have to go on, I have to move on in my life. The nature, the universe is with me. And that gave me so much of joy. Trust me, friends. Because what happens is, after that conversation that I had with that little branch, I realized that, each and every experience of our life should be an enriching one, rather than making that experience a miserable one or cursed one. Because usually we keep cursing for whatever challenges and problems that we are having. But if we start understanding these particular challenges in a joyful way, so if we are going through any divorces, if we are going through any marriage issues, if we are going through any problems with the children, trust me, if we start looking at these problems in a joyful way, these problems will no longer be the problems. They will be something that will empower you. That will be something that will enrich you, the way this broken branch enriched me, and he just gave me so much of strength. The next thing is, which I think everybody knows, is that please do not compare yourself with anyone, because if you start comparing yourself, obviously you get into a scarcity consciousness, or you get into an envious mindset. And when you have an envious mindset, what happens is nothing but destruction. You are going to destroy your life. You're going to make your life miserable. So rather than doing that, why don't we, start enjoying simple things in our lives, so that if, for example, if you're sipping a cup of tea or a coffee, you can enjoy every sip. I learned one thing from Madhugaru. So when I was learning mandala, making mandala for my yantras, because I make yantras, angel yantras. So when I was taking the classes from her, she made me understand a very beautiful thing. She told me that, Sharoo, whenever you are filling up one leaf of any mandala, that any design that you're creating, you do that joyfully and put all your attention to that one leaf that you are putting in. And when you start putting that attention, that whatever creation that you are going to make, it's going to be wonderful and beautiful. And trust me, when I started making, my yantra, when I started making it like a yantra, making it like a mandala, my yantras, so it gave me so much of joy after it was made. It gave me as if the fulfillment was there, that, oh my God, I have put in so much of energy. The angels are putting in so much of energy. They are putting in the frequencies in that. And each and every dot that I put into that yantra gave me so much of joy. There was so much of positivity in it, and which people could feel when they started using that yantra. So I'm so grateful to Madhugaru, who made me learn such a small thing, but it is such a profound thing when you start implementing it in your life. That made me so joyful. So another thing that I would request all of you to be, a young mantra, you can say, of having a joyful state of mind is play. So a few months back, I went with my family to a holy day, because I don't call it a holiday, because Ram Garu has taught me that whenever you go for a holiday, it is not a holiday, it's a holy day, because those are the days when you are with your Atma, when you are with your soul, and when you're replenishing that soul, when you're renewing that soul. And it was a beautiful word that I actually put inside my soul. That word really is such a beautiful word that Ram Garu used. So when I went to a holy day, so during my holy days, what I was doing was my kids, although they are, one is 21 and the other one is 17, both of them said that, Mama, you have to play with us. And trust me, I played with them. I became a kid with them. I was there playing carom board. I was there playing table tennis. I was playing air hockey. Then I was with them, and on the swings I was running with them. It was such fun, and it just brought me into that joyful state of being, that, oh my God, this is joy, this is happiness. So if we start doing that, even if we are when, for example, Ananya is there, when I'm talking to her, just looking at her eyes makes me feel so joyful, because her eyes are so innocent. They ooze so much of positive energy. And I feel, oh my God, she's giving me so much of joy. Why can't I do that to the people? I also want to give this kind of a joy to other people by just looking at them. So these are the inspirations that I get from from the people whom I'm close to. For example, from Madhu Garu, I learned something. From Ram Garu, I learned something. From Ananya, I learned something. From my kids, I learned something. From my husband, I learned something. From my friends, close friends, I learned something. So I keep learning and I keep inculcating in my life, which makes my life's experience as enriching. Trust me. Then another thing that I want to add on to this is, what can make you joyful is spreading kindness. Because every act of kindness that you do, which has beautiful intentions and the positive intentions behind that, which does not have any hidden agenda, is actually going to give you a very joyous state of mind. So this you can do by simple things. It is not necessary that you have to make it very elaborate. You don't have to. Probably you can just send an email to somebody or text to somebody whereby you are saying that you love that person. Or probably you can just help those people who are quarantined, and you can just send the groceries to them. It will give you a lot of joy. I remember one experience, one of my friends' son, so he's a special child, so he cannot hear, and so what happened was, it was his birthday, and I just wanted to give him a gift. So although I wanted to, it was like, material gift is always there, but I wanted to give him something that would bring a smile on his face. So what I did was, it's like, I learned a sign language in which I learned one particular paragraph which I wanted to give it to him, which I wanted to say to him. So I learned a sign language, and I went there, and through the sign language, I gave that to him, that message through that sign language, and he was so happy. And when I saw him smile, oh my God, it gave me so much of joy. And I was thanking the angels that, oh my God, you gave me this inspiration. You gave me this, this particular thing. You just put this thought in my head, and look at this child. This child is so happy today just because of this small little thing. So when you start doing all these things where your intentions are really pure and it doesn't have any agenda behind it, trust me, every day becomes a joyful day for you. So and one more thing, to end the session, my session, because I said that I don't have much to say, but still I have a lot to say, because I need to learn and learn from all of you. Also, I need to learn that how have you have you ever found your joy also, or do you want to find your joy, or have you found your joy? So I want to learn that from you. But one thing I also want to tell you is, when we are in a joyful state of mind or being, so it also helps in releasing certain happy hormones. And you might be aware of the hormones, like, there is a dopamine, which is a feel good hormone. Then there is an oxytocin, which is a bonding molecule, because which is usually found between the mother and the child, and it creates a beautiful bond between the parents and the child. Then there is the serotonin, which is the confidence molecule. This is the hormone which, when is released, it gives us a confidence to actually take care of all the challenges that we have. And the another one is endorphin. So this is called the pain killing molecule, and it kills all the pains whatever we have in the body if we are in a joyful state of being. So this is also a scientific way of telling you that if you are joyful, your hormones are also happy, and if your hormones are happy, you will also be happy. So if you are in a joyful state of being, if you are smiling always, not in a grumpy state of being, then trust me, your life is going to be amazing. So that was something that I wanted to share with all of you. I hope you had a joyful session today. And now I'd request all of you to come one by one to share with your joyful moment, or how you have found your joy. So thank you so much for listening here. So thank you so much for being here with me. So let's make it more interactive and more interesting. So yes, whosoever wants to ask anything, share anything, and even if it's not about today's session, if you want to share anything that you want to share, please come forward and please share. अरे आपकी सब लोगों के पास एक joyful moment तो होगा, definitely. I'm pretty sure. Yes.
Hello, Sharoo.
Yes, Nalini ji. Yes.
Yeah, I love watching children, little children, because they are so joyful all the time. Anything, they are in a wedding, they're still picking up these, somebody's thrown flowers at the bride and the groom, and they are picking up flowers and collecting them, and they're finding their joy in that, stuff like that, or even if they're playing in the garden, they find a hose and that's it. That's their joy. You'll start watering the plants or spraying at you. And I absolutely, that gives me joy, That's the one thing that really, really, makes me joyful. And they're always laughing.
Yes.
Yeah. Something to learn from them.
Yes. Please continue. Yes.
Yeah. So no, then I do painting with them as well. Just old paints I've got because I'm an artist as well. So they'll have paper and newspaper, and then they'll just be painting whatever they want on on that dining table. And again, just to see them engrossed in that activity, and you think, oh my God, it's so joyful to just watch them. I love that bit in my life, because in my life all my children have grown up. These are my grandchildren I'm talking about now. So
wow. Amazing.
Yep.
Amazing. Thank you, Nalini ji, for sharing your moments of joy. So Nalini ji, one more thing I want to ask. I mean, it's just the curiosity's sake. So when you see the children, when you feel joyful, after that, do you do anything else to make this state of mind or being to make it a continuous process, or you just see them, you feel joyful, and you take them with you? I just want to understand that.
Yes, I only remember the parts that where we have always had enjoyment, because at one time when I've got a pair of twins as well, So they used to come to our house to stay, they used to stay the night. And I told them a story about the mongoose and the snake, and they would not believe me that a mongoose can overcome a snake and kill it, right? So they said, okay, you become the mongoose and we'll be the snakes. And we used to play that, and they would put all my floor cushions on the floor, and we'd play that game. I'd be the mongoose and they are the snakes. And it was lovely, and so I remember all those little bits about them, because here, I'm in UK, so you don't get to meet them that often. So I keep all those things alive in my mind, like, whenever I'm feeling down or whatever, I've got their picture, all the grandchildren in my hallway. So I go and look at them and then smile at the teeth that are missing and in that picture and stuff like that, So yeah, that's how I keep that joy alive from them.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Chapter. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nalini ji. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes, Madhu Garu.
Hi, Shalini Garu.
Oh, Shalini Garu. Ram
Sharu
Garu.
Garu.
Okay, Shalini or Sharu, it's okay. I okay, चलेगा कोई बात नहीं, आप किसी भी नाम से बुलाओ मुझे. That's okay.
So, what brings joy? What brings joy? Lot of things. Yes, lot of things. Just now that when you asked the question that came to my mind were two. One was when I can cook some new recipe. That brings joy.
Ram Garu, I think that will bring joy to Madhu Garu also. If you are cooking and she
yeah. And then, yes, I kind of experiment with the other guys. So I don't know if it brings joy or they just say it is also joyful for them if the taste is not good. So that is one thing that came to my mind. The other thing that came to my mind was meeting childhood friends. It's like I become again child with them, because we start to go and speak all the rubbish possible, and there is no more any how do you say, it's like you become the kid again. All the school days back. So those two things came to my mind, but as I keep thinking, there are so many things, but yeah, these two are the things that surfaced at the first.
Wow, amazing. Amazing, Ram Garu. Amazing. So do you keep experimenting? Do you start experimenting in your life where you can bring more joyful moments or add more joyful moments, or these are the only two things? What is it like?
Well, I think there are many moments that are joyful. For example, you're with a colleague and you just talk things not related to work. That also brings joy, because you're kind of connecting to the persons. And so basically there are many moments. I don't say that I kind of consciously search to do things that bring joy. I just realize there are many things in life that bring joy. Sometimes, when I meet my friends here, Madan, Jyoti, or other friends around here, Ananya, so that brings joy. Yeah. And then you see the sun in the morning, that brings joy. Sometimes I just wake up and I'm just joyful because I woke up.
Yes.
Okay.
True.
So there are many such moments. And, every time I connect to gratefulness, I'm more joyful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, life sometimes is just a series of events that for which we can be grateful for. Even in the worst scenes, later we realize that basically there was a blessing within that. Sometimes it may be immediately we notice, sometimes after few years we notice. Like there are many such events where I realized after many years that those tough situations in life really carried some blessings.
True.
So then when I become grateful, then I realize I become more joyful. Yeah. So yeah, there are lots such things. Like I go in my bicycle to office, and I know when I bike it, I feel joyful because it is carrying me.
Wow.
It's like taking care of me. It's not that I am bicycling. So there are and suddenly I feel that there is no traffic and I can cross the road without any issues. I feel, wow, I could do that. So many such events. I go to lunch and I find some dish which is so nice and I'm happy. Yeah, lot of them.
I think every moment that we live is joyful, isn't it?
Yes, you're right. It is so. It is so.
Yeah.
I think as we drop the expectations and then just live the moments as they come, but always do your best. Not that you do your best consciously, you do your best because that's your virtue. Yeah. Then I think there are many moments, or rather almost every moment just adds to that bank of joy.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Like I kind of heard few things that you were sharing. I felt joyful. Oh, you were talking about joy, but then the concept within them, they just bring joy. So yes.
Thank you, Ram Garu. Thank you for your insights, and your inputs as always are very enriching, and they are really, really uplifting also. So thank you so much. Thank you.
And thanks a lot to you, Sharoo Garu, not Shalini Garu.
Thank you. That's okay. Okay. Yes. Yes, Swaruji. Yes.
Yeah. Hello, Sharoo ma'am. Wonderful topic. Wonderful sharing. It always brings joy whenever I hear these sessions. So yeah, that's one of my joy, attending and listening to everyone.
Thank you.
And yeah, apart from that, I get joy whenever I sing and dance. Yeah, I just take one of my favorite song and I take lyrics and just sing and record and re-record if it doesn't come good. And I enjoy that listening and feel, wow, I did good job and all, and also dance. Sometimes I put a beautiful song and follow the steps and dance. I just dance to my dog. So he just looks at me like this. He's my audience.
Wow.
So yeah, so I get a double joy there. He's watching and me dancing. And then also helping.
Can you sing 2 lines for all of us? Just 2 lines,
sure,
not more.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'll try.
Yes.
Yeah, my favorite song is like मन मेरा मंदिर शिव मेरी पूजा मन मेरा मंदिर शिव मेरी पूजा शिव से बड़ा कोई नहीं दूजा बोलो सत्यम शिवम बोलो तू सुंदरम मन मेरे शिव की महिमा के गुण गाए जा मन मेरा मंदिर शिव मेरी पूजा.
Yes.
Sorry, I messed up a little bit.
No. That is absolutely okay. Wonderful, wonderful, Saruji. Wonderful. It has brought so much a smile on my face because Lord Shiva is the one, the energies of Lord Shiva is something that I connect with. And when I listen about Lord Shiva, it's like I am joyful. I'm on the cloud nine. So thank you so much.
I know since I came to this meditation, love for Lord Shiva has increased. So I felt this song is perfect. You know, our heart is our mandir, and we do puja to Shiva. That's our
Yes.
Shiva. So
Yes.
I always feel whenever I low, I just put this song or sing.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for asking.
Thank you.
Thank you all for listening.
Thank you
I know
so
I'm
much,
not the best
Saruji. Thank
singer,
you.
but I just
No,
feel.
please do not ever say that. Please. You're a
There are
wonderful
great
singer.
singers in this group, especially Ramji. Oh my God, that day I
Arey,
went deep. I couldn't come out of it.
Swaruji,
He should sing.
I just said ki don't compare yourself.
Exactly. No. I'm not comparing, but it makes me feel improve, like yeah, there's good, so it inspires me. I mean, like, inspires me, uh, and makes us sing beautiful, meaningful
Yes.
songs, and joyfully. So
Yes.
yeah, that's all. I'm not comparing. No way, we can't
Yes.
compare ourselves.
Yes.
How I was yesterday and how I can make today more beautiful.
Yes. Thank you,
That's all.
Swaruji. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you so
thank you
much.
so much, ma'am. And yet, helping others also makes me joy.
Thank
Always,
you. Thank you.
whenever somebody asks, then try to give a genuine. Most of us do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Swaruji. Thank you so much. Shukriya.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Madhaviji, yes.
Hi, Sharu. Thank you so much for the session. Firstly, it's a
Hi.
joyful session, I would say that.
Thank you.
When you say the topic, it's joy, like as Ram mentioned also, like it's really a joyful. Like
Yes.
my joyness is like mostly in the with the kids, and when I teach them, and when I be with them, like small kids, like
Hmm.
below 5, what you call
Ah,
fifth class, till below fifth class. I mean, I like all the kids, but these kids are so innocent. After learning, they don't know what to give the gifts. They just come and hug and kiss. Oh,
yes.
that's when they get these little goods, in the reports, and they come with so happy, saying that, oh, I received something and I achieved something, that kind of a
Hmm.
small goods in the class, and that, yeah, that a little joy, like that happiness. It's so much for me, and also I like rain. I don't know.
Wow.
When it's raining, I feel so good actually. It's like a peacock, like how it's dancing.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, and then the mud, the smell of
Hmm.
the mud, actually. And my brothers used to tease me, saying that, "What are you? Are you eating the mud? We'll go and tell mama." They used to say, because some kids, they used to eat mud also,
Yeah.
right? So, like, they always used to tease me. You're not smelling. You're just tasting the mud. But basically, when it's coming rain, that kind of
Yes.
a
Yes.
smell,
I love that. Yeah,
oh,
that
that's
fragrance is
oh,
awesome.
that's
Yes.
I really found, I don't find it in Germany actually. Because it's
Hmm.
always raining on the one other the way. Yeah, that also brings me the joy, and the plants, as you said, that the plant.
Hmm.
Oh, I love plants so much. The plants bring so much energy as well as the joy. When I'm being with them, when they sprout little, or when they,
Yes.
yes, and then when they have those fresh leaves, and also the buds and everything. Oh,
Yes.
it's such an amazing thing. Yeah.
And I love animals. Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh, me
God.
too. See, I'm just still holding this. I don't have
Yes.
this. I love
Oh
my
my
dog.
God.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. They're so good, actually. I had so many pets. Now I don't have. I have to get, but yeah, sometimes maybe because it's much work you have to do. In India, you have some people are there to take care and everything. Here, like we are, need to take care of everything.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's, yeah, plants. I mean, the animals also give a lot of yeah, happiness. So the
Yes.
joy is always there. as you said, that in every moment. And
Yes.
when I'm talking to with you also, it's joy. It's
Yes.
like really listening to the session, and it is the happy moments we share, and that is also joy. Like all the people who are sharing here, and especially just now, I did not see the name, Swaru Max, I think, right? Yeah, she songs so well, actually. That is also joy, and as Ram said, eating us
Yes.
experimented food, and
Yeah.
that also really joy.
Absolutely.
Somebody is making so much effort for you, when they give me, I'll be so happy and so joyful, like
Yes.
they kept so much efforts to make the dish and everything. And my husband says, you don't have any taste. I said, no, no, no. Because I eat everything. I
Uh-huh.
don't bother about German food or the Gujarati food or anything. My husband is more typical to the South Indian food. So he always
Mhm.
keeps, you don't have any taste. But the efforts what you give, I mean, the people does that one, right? And that was also joy. I think it's a big, I would say, to have the joyness.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for the
Thank you.
session. Really,
Thank you so much.
it makes me more joy now.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank
Shukriya.
you.
Thank you so much, Madhvi. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I hope I'll meet you one day.
Yes, of course. We all are going to meet.
Sure.
Yes. Yes. Okay. I think, is there anybody else who wants to say something or add? Okay.
Ma'am,
So,
thank you.
Pavni ji, yes. आइए.
You, thank you for choosing this topic, ma'am. Uh, when I was entering this session, I felt that I cannot. I was in a low mood today, so I thought I cannot. I think I cannot feel joy today, but I'll try. And I'm feeling lighter now. Thank
Wow.
you for that. Yeah, and I realized that I went to my childhood, and when I used to give a good performance, and coming home and sharing all those experiences with my father, and in the childhood we feel the appreciation of people. It's so encouraging. So I used to feel super joy then, sharing all those experiences with my father and seeing the chamak in his eyes, You thank you for thank you to you, because I recollected that I really forgot about it, completely forgot, and I realized that yeah, I used to do this. And after marriage, when I used to escape from my mother-in-law's house, and I used to come to my mother's place, and when I used to eat the food which she made, I used to feel so joyful and grateful that I have a mother and who can give me food with so much of love. She's
Yes.
she's not so very good at cooking, but even then, I felt that this is the best food which I can get, and that made me feel joy, and the comfort
Wow.
which my parents used to give me, that I feel joy. And when I got Madhu, my daughter, and her smile, her uh, smile was so divine, I cannot express. So it was angelic actually. And actually, while she's growing, she missed it actually. She forgot that. And I constantly remind her now. So,
Mm.
I want to see that smile again. So
Mm.
yeah, I show her the pictures, and yeah, she also wonders. Yes, yes, even I am feeling it divine. So that divine smile used to fill me up with joy. And now constantly my son, usually mothers, as I'm saying it to Madhu, that I miss that smile, but I never missed my son's smile, because it is continuous, because he is still an infant. So
Yes.
it's so very divine always. And not only me, and anybody who comes to him, feel that joy, feel that. So
I'm
I'm
sure.
blessed with it. I'm
Yes.
blessed with it.
Yes,
So
yes,
yes,
yes.
thank you for reminding all the moments which I should feel grateful, and thank you so much. And I really, really loved all the sharings, and all these sharings filled me with the utmost joy, and I was feeling so oneness with them, each one of them. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. That reminds me of another thing that, the past can also bring us so much of joy. We just have to let go of things that are giving us a lot of pain. And pain also because, they teach us so much. Once we have learned, we should let go. But we should keep those things in our heart as memories, which gives us so much of happiness and joyfulness. For example, Pamni Garu just said that, when she thinks about that smile of a father, that brings so much of joy in her, that brings that smile in her. So, past can also be an instrument to our own happiness and joy, but we tend to stick to the past with wrong reasons. So yeah, that is also one of the learnings. Thank you, Pamni Garu, for saying that. Thank you so much.
Thanks
Shukriya.
a lot, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. So yes, anybody else? Okay, so I want to make this session a little more joyful. Um, if I may request Ram Garu first to sing 2 lines for all of us, and after that, Madhu Garu is going to, obviously, she is going to play a beautiful track for us, and which will which will end the session. So Ram Garu, only 2 lines.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sharoo Garu.
Ram Garu, 2 lines from you, a song.
2 lines from me, song, yeah, sure. Always ready.
Yes.
Because that brings joy for everyone
Yes.
and for me mostly. So, which song?
Any, whatever you feel like sharing with all of us.
Rama Rama Ramayenuchu Ramatatvamu Cheppara Chanchalam Bagu Jagatilo Palashaswatam Bukatedira Rama Rama Ramayenuchu Ramatatvamu Cheppara Chanchalam Bagu Jagatilo Palashaswatam Bukatedira ఆలు పిల్లలు ఆస్తి పాస్తులు అంతయును ఏ మౌనురా ఆలు పిల్లలు ఆస్తి పాస్తులు అంతయును ఏ మౌనురా మట్టి మట్టి కలిసినాక ఎట్టి భేదము లేదురా రామ రామ రామయనుచు రామతత్వము చెప్పరా చంచలం బగు జగతిలో పద శాశ్వతం ఒకటేదిరా బంకమట్టి ఇల్లురా ఇది ఎప్పుడో పడిపోవురా బంకమట్టి ఇల్లురా ఇది ఎప్పుడో పడిపోవురా నాది నీది అనుచు నరుడా వాదులాడా బోకురా నాది నీది అనుచు నరుడా వాదులాడా బోకురా రామ రామ రామయనుచు రామతత్వము చెప్పరా చంచలం బగు జగతి లోపల శాశ్వతం ఒకటేదిరా. Yes, I think these are the some lyrics I remember.
Meaning, Ram Garu, meaning.
Meaning, so it says, remembering the name of Sri Ram, understand also the life, I don't know, Tattvam, how, anyone want to help me? Rama Tattvamu Cheppara. Let's say, in a way, yes, Sridhar Garu. philosophy of life, yeah, like kind of understand the philosophy of life. So and then the lyrics goes like, did you notice whatever you think is yours in life, say it your wife, your husband, your kids, everyone will just will go away, and in the end when they go into the soil, there is no any difference. Yeah. And then it says this house, or let's say whatever you feel like, yeah, this is just like a clay house. I mean, in the sense says that this is not something that is going to last forever. So do not fight over it, that it is mine or it is yours, so on and so forth. So, and then there were other beautiful lyrics that were there, but I do not remember now. Hopefully next time.
Yes, no, that was beautiful, beautiful.
Basically, it
I
gives
just
that
needed
oneness feeling.
that's all. Yes.
Basically, it gives that oneness feeling of what it says in the first stanza is what you are living is a what do you say, clay house, and then matti matti kalisina. That means both are made of same thing, and when you mix both of them, there is no difference. So it says
Yes.
you and me are not different. In the second one, it says the place which you are living. So the place which you are living is, if I take myself as a soul, I am living in a body. So the body is nothing but it goes into the mud, and then it mixes into the mud and vanishes. And then what it says is the body which you are living is a clay house. It is bound to fall someday. Why do you fight in between?
Oh, amazing meaning. Thank you, Sridharji. Thank you so much.
Wonderful
just wanted to add,
translation. Wonderful translation, Sridhar Garu. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I just
Thank
wanted
you.
to add two more lines. If you observe, most of us said that when we are with children or when we behave like a children, we will be very happy and joyful. So I have two lines to say about it. Why children are so happy and joyful every time is they don't carry any baggage of the past, and they don't have too many expectations of the future. They live in the presence. So when you start living in the presence, you feel the joy of it. So if you are singing, or if you are doing something which you like, you are completely into it. You are living in the presence. You enjoy every bit of it, every moment of it. That's where the joy comes in. So children don't care about what happens next, what was happening back. Even if you scold them right now, after a few minutes they'll come and hug you. They don't carry anything. But if I and then my wife fight, at least it'll last for 2-3 hours. For them, it doesn't matter. So if you are in the present moment, you will be joyful. That's all I wanted to say.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you for a beautiful translation, Sridhar Garu. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you, Ram Garu, for the wonderful, wonderful song. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you for making me, to remember this song and giving me this chance to sing. Thank you. Thank you.
I can do that every Friday, Ram Garu.
Yes.
I can.
Ask and it is given.
Yes, ask and you shall receive. Yes. Okay, Madhu Garu. The song. We are waiting for the song now.
Oh yeah. Let me